Pursuit of a driver in a stolen vehicle.
There it is right there, and Desmond Shaw is live overhead in SkyCal. Desmond, where are you and what's going on?
Juan and Susie, we are southbound on the 5 making our way into Castaic. This came out of Kern County. It's a pursuit that began with Bakersfield PD. It sounds like someone was giving a transient person a ride, and then the transient person decided to steal that vehicle, this black vehicle in question right here. So started with Bakersfield PD, then it went to Kern County CHP. They've since handed it off to LA County CHP. LA County Sheriff's Deputies helicopter is overhead. So they got it covered now from the ground and from the air. You see CHP units here in the close pursuit. One of the rear tires, we understand, is flat. We didn't hear about a spike strip that may have happened earlier. Coming over the grapevine certainly would be a good place to do that because of fairly light traffic conditions. So one tire is out, one of 4. Here, a stolen vehicle after a Good Samaritan gave a transient a ride, and then it was basically stolen right out from under them. We're southbound on the 5, had some pretty high speeds. Things are starting to slow down now, and probably because, you know, we have a flat tire. So now, well into LA County, getting into Castaic and Santa Clarita. Juan and Susie.
Desmond, you mentioned traffic. We're looking at your shot there. It doesn't look like there's a lot of traffic ahead of this pursuit. Is that the case right now?
Pretty light traffic conditions. I'm looking southbound towards the 126, and no slowdowns whatsoever. CHP behind the pursuit is running a traffic brake with a motorcycle unit and several other cars to hold traffic back so that they don't get involved in this one, and to maybe also give units some extra space if they do want to do another spike strip or something like that. I say another one, but it's not clear if that happened earlier or if this vehicle got a flat tire by some other means, if they ran up on a curb or hit a nail or something like that. But southbound on the 5 now, will be at the 126 shortly. We'll see what this suspect decides to do, but just so unfortunate when it sounds like someone was trying to do a good deed and then they have their vehicle stolen from them.
Yeah, you know, and I wonder, Desmond, you know, how this car was stolen once the other person was driving it. I want to bring in Mike Rogers at the assignment desk to add to that.
Yeah, so I was been talking to a whole bunch of different agencies. CHP up in Bakersfield. I just left a message for Bakersfield PD. They're the ones that started this. But when CHP was relaying information to the LA County Sheriff's helicopter that's overhead, the person didn't really indicate. They were trying to sort out, was this armed? Was this, you know, how did this exactly go down? And they weren't able to immediately get those details. But the person who called 911 kind of reported, like, I was, you know, told the police I was trying to do a good thing. This person took advantage of me, and now he has my car. So that's where we're at with this. Now, was it he got out at a gas station and this person jumped into the driver's seat? So far, we haven't heard anything that would lead us to believe this was any kind of armed takeover.
Right. I mean, I feel like we would have heard
right, because that would elevate the situation.
Sure.
That would make it a 215, which is a carjacking. So if the car was taken by fear or force, then it would be a carjacking. If it's just a simple vehicle theft, then the person who owns the vehicle likely was not right in the immediate vicinity of the car when the car was taken.
Maybe this person asked the driver, right, to stop at a 7-Eleven or somewhere, get a drink for both of them.
Yeah, we've all driven the 5 freeway.
We haven't heard of any violence.
Yeah, correct. We've not heard of any violence, no mention of weapons right now. And again, they're classifying this as what CHP calls a 10851 vehicle, which is a straight stolen. If it was any kind of force, they would have called it a carjacking suspect.